Welcome to Morning Joan, the hottest spot for all things pop culture, entertainment, and lifestyle. Grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's dive right into the latest scoop. So, have you been keeping up with Love Island? The UK version just wrapped up its latest season, and let me tell you, it was a wild ride. But what is even more interesting is how the show is performing compared to its US counterpart. Apparently, the US version is killing the game, with bigger budgets, more elaborate challenges, and even celebrity appearances. According to insiders, the US executive producers are all about bringing in the American audience through social media, challenges, and carefully selected islanders. And it seems to be working, with the show attracting a huge following and even partnering with big brands for advertising revenue. But what about the UK version? Well, some fans are feeling like it's starting to feel a bit overproduced, with too many twists and turns that aren't quite landing. One superfan, Dami Amu, even said that the show is missing the classic elements that made it so lovable in the first place, like fun dates and games that showcase the Islanders' personalities. So, what can UK producers do to get their mojo back? Maybe they should take a page out of the US book and invest more in brand partnerships and bigger, better challenges. Or perhaps they just need to listen to the fans and go back to what worked in the first place. Whatever the case, one thing is for sure. Love Island is still one of the most talked about shows on TV, and we can't get enough of it. We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan. We are diving into the world of entertainment now. You might have heard the news about Vincent Pastore, the beloved actor from the hit series The Sopranos. Sadly, he passed away at the age of 80. Pastore was found by a neighbor, and according to police, he died of natural causes. Pastore's role as Salvatore Big Pussy Bon Pensiero in The Sopranos is iconic, and his performance earned him and the rest of the cast a Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble in a Drama Series back in 2000. But what's really touching are the tributes pouring in from his co-stars, including Edie Falco, Michael Imperioli, Lorraine Bracco, and Dominic Chianese. It's fascinating to look back at Pastore's career, which included smaller roles in films like Goodfellas and Carlito's Way. He even mentioned in an interview that his role in the HBO movie Gotti was a turning point for him. But for many of us, he'll always be remembered as Big Pussy from The Sopranos. His manager, Robert Adderman, shared some heartfelt words about Pastore's kindness, generosity, and passion for his craft. It's a beautiful reminder of the person behind the characters we love. Welcome back to Morning Joan, everyone. We're closing out the show today with a fascinating conversation about style and interior design. I recently came across an interview with Ruby Shields, a talented designer who won the Best Single Residential Interior Award in the 2026 Deluxe Color Awards. Ruby's personal style is as vibrant as her designs, and she shared some of her favorite fashion pieces and inspirations with us. From op-shop buys to vintage finds and custom-made garments, Ruby's wardrobe is a treasure trove of textures, colors, and layers. She describes her style as textured, colorful, and layered, much like her interior design aesthetic. I love how she mixes high-end designers like Etro and Ulla Johnson with unique one-of-a-kind pieces like her custom-made Victorian-style jacket with crushed gold accents. Ruby's also a fan of statement accessories, including a stunning peridot diamond ring and a necklace featuring sapphires, opals, and rubies by Melbourne-based designer Tessa Blasey. And when it comes to fragrance, she likes to mix Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford with Maison Margiela Replica by The Fireplace for a unique scent. What I find particularly inspiring about Ruby's approach to fashion is her willingness to take risks and try new things. She's not afraid to experiment with different styles and eras, from Victorian to 60s boho chic. And she's always on the lookout for beautiful one-of-a-kind pieces to add to her collection. As we wrap up today's show, I want to leave you with a little fashion advice from Ruby. Don't be afraid to mix high and low, vintage and new, and always look for pieces that tell a story. And remember, fashion is all about expressing yourself and having fun, So don't be afraid to take risks and try new things. That's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay fabulous.